Hey, how's it going, guys? So we're back with another Star Citizen video. If you're new channel, welcome. So this one is called CitizenCon 2954 Dress to Kill. So there's been a lot of certain videos that have been coming up on Star Citizen. I'm guessing this is what they addressed at the CitizenCon. But like I said, I wanted to take a look at them. But however, I decided to take a look at a few videos by recording, so that way you guys can see what I think of them personally. Now, CitizenCon 2954 Dress to Kill. Dress to Kill. I know they're adjusting like a few things here and there, like improving upon CGI graphics and also ship designs, things like that. So here's my theory on what Dress to Kill means. Maybe it's the armor and some of the suits that you're able to wear, or like new designs here and there. So that's what I think Dress to Kill means. So without anything else, oh, by the way, it's 34 minutes long, which is a bit longer than my usual videos, and I know a lot of you have been requesting longer videos, so here's one of them. So without anything else, let's just jump right into the video. Dress to Kill, Nick Pierce, Armando, Zach Priest.
Hello. So my name is Nick Pierce, like Joe mentioned. It's my second CitizenCon, but it's my first time presenting. So I'm very excited to be here. And just on behalf of myself and the team, thank you so much for coming to this presentation. Thank you. With that said, I'm here to talk to you about an initiative that was first introduced right here at CitizenCon in 2019, and that's adding distinct purpose and specializations to armor and clothing in our game. So let's get started.
Okay, so it is weapons and armor.
Star Citizen is a game about almost everything. We can do almost anything. With so many different options of gameplay, whether that be mining, piloting, FPS combat, or even a captain of industry. Unlike other traditional MMOs, we don't impose rules or classes onto the player. In real life, people are not just one thing. I'm sure you can all relate. I've had many different jobs. I've not always been a game designer. In fact, it was only a week ago that I found out that Jared used to do tech support for prosthetic legs. It's true. You can ask him. That said, if you're like me, you like to excel at whatever you're doing. So that brings us on to the concept.
Well, if we're going to get into that subject, you guys might as well know what I did in the past for my jobs. My very first job, I was actually I was 16 years old, and I was a tutor for little kids who are like learning math, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, just that. Fractions, I had to, that was a different position, things like that. But however, my very first job was a tutor assistant, basically. And later down the road, I actually worked at a food restaurant. Well, not restaurant. I guess you could count this as fast food. It was called Jimmy John's. I used to work there because some of my Marines used to work there, so they helped me get a job. And at that point, I just needed a job due to financial reasons. And I worked at the veteran center at my school, but however, I had to stop working there due to my benefits reasons. Like my benefits expired on my reserve GI Bill because I used more than 3 years worth of it, so that's why. Well, I mean, I used 3 years worth of it. And then my most recent job, I worked at the customer help service office at my school, the same school, and I worked there for a year, and then now I commissioned in the United States Marine Corps, and now this is my job right now. So I worked about maybe 3 or 4 jobs in my life. That's it.
Specializations. This is about bringing more purpose, more considerations, and more decisions to armor and clothing you wear beyond just looking cool. So,
hey, looking cool is important.
Specializations are the focus of your current daily adventure. That could be a daring racer, a cargo hauler, or a first responder. Specializations are a series of attributes assigned to each piece of clothing and armor in the verse to allow you to make informed decisions on both how you want to look and how you want to perform. What are they not? Specializations are not assigned classes. There's no magic toggle where suddenly you're forced into a role like a cleric or a
panther
wizard or even a pizza delivery person. They also do not limit you. You can still do almost everything in any armor and clothing you want. You just won't do it as well as you could have if you had specialized. Why are these necessary? Well, specializations enhance gameplay depth. They add a level of roleplay and immersion. Specializations can provide a sense of ownership of your playstyle. At its core, SC is driven by choice, with specializations offering a deeper layer of player options. And that's the option to excel, to fool around, to min-max, or give yourself a unique challenge. Specialization allows us as developers to make gameplay experiences that are deeper and more complex. So whether you're a salvager, a bounty hunter, or a medic, there will be specialized suits that will help outperform your peers. So at this point, you may be asking yourself, okay, well, how do I specialize? It starts by determining your playstyle. What do you want to do today? Are you going to be a trader, a smuggler, an assassin? Is there a void in your organization that needs filling? This is a decision you get to make and remake every single time you log in. Or, if you're like me, perhaps several times in a single play session. Once you know what you want to do, it's time to start hunting for the right gear. Specialized items are not intended to be found in any old store. You're going to have to do the legwork. You'll have to align with some of those guilds and factions that JJ and Benoit just talked about in the previous presentation. You'll have to explore the galaxy, find hidden stashes, and rare opportunities for better gear. Specialized items are meant for those who are willing to put in the work to exceed at your role. And once you've done all that, it's about selecting the right combination of armor and clothing. Yes, I said it. Mixing clothing and armor is built into the very fabric of this new system. Can I get a hell yeah? All right.
Hell yeah.
All right. I know you guys have wanted this for a long time.
Man, look at the size of that crowd, too. I mean, that's a big community from what I've been hearing and seeing how many people have been like putting comments on my videos and also the amount of views I've been getting. Yeah, in my opinion, Star Citizen, the community is very large.
So yeah, great. And to tell you even more about this new system that we do called Starware, please welcome to the stage lead character technical artist Armando Lira.
All right, Armando, let's see how you do this.
Thank you so much, Nick. Hello, everyone. I am so happy to be here presenting for the first time. How cool are specializations? We are sure you'll enjoy finding the best combinations for your playstyle. And for that, we had to create a system that gave you all the freedom that you deserve. It's something that I am sure you've all been waiting for so long. Starware. So if you're...
Oh, I thought you said Star Wars.
Are you tired of choosing between clothing or armor? Yeah. So finally, you'll be able to mix and match. Starware is fashion that meets purpose. As specializations provide you with a multitude of stats to combine, you'll also be able to choose the visual style that you want. But beware, with added options also comes the responsibility of choosing the right combination for the right situation. Let's look at some of the possibilities that Starware will be able to provide you.
Oh yeah, I saw this clip. So I watched the video that talked about Star Citizen is still real and all that, and looks like that video is basically compiling everything that happened at CitizenCon into one video. But still, I want to still take a look at these. Whoa, look at that one.
As you all saw, the possibilities are huge. Like, have you ever wanted to put on a jacket on top of an undersuit? Yeah. How about an armor on top of a sleeveless shirt? Or even without no shirt at all? Like backpacks on clothing? Yeah. So Starware allows more customization than ever. But be careful, certain gameplay implications will still be true. You won't be able to go into the vacuum of space without a space-worthy undersuit and helmet. And in certain planets, you'll need a breathable mask or helmet to survive.
Okay, so that doesn't change.
I hope you guys are excited about this as much as we are. And we've heard what you all want, and we're making a system to bring it all to you. But that is enough about Star Wars for now. Let's go back with Nick and learn more about how Star Wars and specializations will improve your gameplay.
Well done, bro. All right. Thank you, Armando. Some nice dancing as well, by the way. So as you can see, the Star Wars system is about adding function to fashion. We are still Star Citizen, one of the best looking video games out there. We're always going to make sure that you look your best, but
Look
now
at that bucket hat.
with added purpose. So to recap, we're going to go through adding intent and purpose to all our clothing and armor sets. As designed.
I'm actually curious, guys. I want to hear from you. So those of you guys who have been playing Star Citizen, put down in the comments below, like, what is your style? Do you guys wear like a lot of armor? Do you wear light clothing, like, you know, sleeveless shirts and shorts or something like that? Or do you mix it up here and there? So please put down in the comments below. I really want to hear your guys' like experiences and what you like. Because for me personally, right there, that hood and just like armor. So for me personally, I like to have it matching, uniformity. That's just my style. So if I'm gonna go heavy armor, I would like to have it all heavy armor. If I would like to make it look that, I like to make it look like that, and also similar colors. So that way it all matches. That's just my style. I don't like anything that's eccentric or really goofy looking or something that does not match. That's just my style personally. So please put it down in the comments below, guys. I really like to hear about them.
Designers, we really want the visuals to match the stats that our great character art team have made. So for example, if a pair of pants look particularly armored, chances are they'll have modest damage mitigation to match. Many armors will be specialized for distinct use cases. Currently, we realize right now bigger is generally better when it comes to FPS armor, and we know that shouldn't always necessarily be the case. There will be some armors that won't have EVA thrusters built into the suit, so you lose EVA capability. Some armors won't even be space-worthy. Specializations means getting better at certain things at the cost of attributes and others. This is about compelling you, the player, to make tactical decisions for every situation you may find yourself in. So now let's look at some practical use cases for the Star Wars system. Whilst all our armors are becoming specialized, let's take a look at a select few, which I will add are some of my favorites. We are going to assemble a team to tackle one of Star Citizen's most anticipated adversaries that you'll get to meet later on. Let's meet our first specialization.
Okay, let's take a look. The leader.
All right. All right, so we have our leader. Let's get into it. So the player's choice of clothing will be crucial in a way it hasn't been before. With magnetic plates built into many clothing items, players can now holster both primary and secondary weapons. However, in the near future, there will be locations in SC where armor and weapons are strictly prohibited. Clothing allows the player the opportunity to access these restricted areas without needing to change. And some clothing will even allow the player to conceal smaller weapons from security, should the need arise. Another new addition we're going to be introducing is flight penalties based on the mass and size of your armor and clothing. You'll still be able to fly in medium and heavy armor, but you're restricting the precision of your control. If you're enclosed like our leader is here, or a flight suit or light armor, you'll be able to fly unrestricted. Now, if we look at an overview, we've cherry-picked 6 generalized stats to give you like a high-level understanding of how various clothing and armors we specialized. This is by no means a comprehensive list of everything we have available to us. It's just a little, yeah. So here you can see the leader has low protection compared to a full suit of armor and no EVA capability for obvious reasons, but has great movement, low emissions, allowing them to blend into bustling cities and stations. The leader really excels at freedom of movement here. Let's meet our next members.
Okay, so the leader, as you said, is just like a regular civilian look, and you could literally go from anywhere. And basically, it looks like freedom movement is the main base of that outfit. The mobility and also ability to like enter areas that are prohibited if you wear armor and all that. So that's really cool. All right, who's the next class? The pilot. Oh, Marai. I just watched a ship commercial about that. The driver.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look
So
about
here
them.
we have our pilot. If you remember, back in 323, we introduced our first specialized helmet visor, the combat visor. This introduced the dynamic crosshair and all the magazine information on your HUD. This is our pilot visor, which allows the wearer to link with their ship and cast MFDs directly into their visor. This provides the pilot with all the essential data like ship health and shields, so no longer will the pilot need to break concentration during an intense situation to look down at their MFDs. Again, like the leader in this situation, there'll be no penalties to flight. Plus, with added G-force resistance, the wearer will be able to get the most from out of their ship. So if we look at the pilot stats, they have fantastic mobility.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Like I mentioned, great G-force resistance when combat takes them to the limit of human endurance. And finally, this suit comes with the best EVA capability in its class for when remaining in your ship is no longer an option.
I was not
Here's another
expecting those
variant in our
stats.
flight suit class, the racing flight suit.
G-force
This
resistance.
is what our driver will be wearing. This suit, unlike the pilot flight suit, has features which are more streamlined, which allows it to have truly unmatched G-force resistance for the hardest corners on the most challenging of racetracks.
Makes sense.
It also offers great oxygen capacity and thermal protection for those planets with hostile environments. So as you can see, this flight suit excels at G-force resistance, but it loses its protection and has much weaker EVA capability. Let's meet our next team members.
Okay, so I was not expecting that for the pilot. I thought the pilot would have much lower standing, like statistics, but that's actually pretty good. And for the driver, it makes sense. If you're going to be driving on the ground, you're going to be encountering like different elements because every planet is different. It could be cold, it could be hot, it could be, anything. So the fact that you'll be able to drive anywhere and be protected by the elements, that is a huge plus for the driver suit. But anyways, let's take a look at the next classes. Oh, it looks like we got combat now. God damn. Emptied the whole magazine and yet the tracker. The tank. All right. Let's get into the combat ones.
Okay. Here's our tank, who is wearing our heavy combat armor. Combat armor is similar to what you're used to, only we're specializing it even more for combat. So what does this mean? We want our wearers of heavy combat armor to feel like walking tanks. The armor should provide fantastic coverage to limit any weak points they may have.
Doesn't look like there's much mobility
than what players are currently used to. Due to its mass, the armor will also feature the strongest resistance to force reactions. So that's flinch, stagger, and knockdowns, which brings me on to a full suit feature. If the player is wearing a full set of heavy combat armor, they will not be able to be knocked down by small arms fire. Thank you.
Oh, see, you can hear that. They're happy about
However,
that.
as you can see here, for all that protection, coverage, and stability, we have some major trade-offs. You're going to lose your mobility, stamina will run out much quicker, and your movement speed is severely reduced. The
Makes
majority
sense.
of combat armors will also lose built-in EVA thrusters, meaning you're going to have to add additional weight to be wearing an EVA pack.
Well, I mean, like that thing is basically a walking juggernaut suit, so that does make sense.
Next up, we have our tracker in the heavy hunter armor. This is another suit in our heavy armor class. However, this one is aimed at less at pure combat and more about hunting its prey. This is all the armor for you bounty hunters out there.
Oh,
The heavy hunter armor has the most powerful active scan for hunting their targets. Its scanner outshines all others in locating infrared and electromagnetic emissions. Perfect for locating those targets trying to lay low, whether that be human or creature alike. Whilst it's still classed as heavy armor, it does mix things up. So it'll have slightly faster movement and mobility, but it loses the protection. You'll also be able to store more devices like deployables and throwables. So to compare the stats, whilst not as tough as our combat armor, it does gain
This thing has
increased
no
mobility, and while its scanner is the best of the best, the armor is also incredibly noisy and emits powerful emissions. So while you may find your target with these, there's a good chance that they'll know you're coming for them. Next up, let's look at our last additions to the team.
I mean, so far the tracker was really intriguing until the part where it said no stealth, but that is something that's really intriguing because for me, when I do like play certain games, I always do a lot of bounty hunting, like, you know, Red Dead Redemption. And also, if you guys saw my Jedi Survivor gameplay on my channel, I did complete all the bounty hunting missions because they were a lot of fun. I don't know. Those kind of like games and missions always like really intrigue me. So if I was playing this, that would be one armor I would definitely be trying out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Man, dude, why'd you shoot the burger employee? Whammers. Always a good time. Well, you got shot, so. Okay, what's the significance of that penguin doll? I keep on seeing that everywhere, and it keeps on getting abused. Like, it's getting shot and everything. Sorry, I'm not a knowledgeable and expert on that, so if you guys know anything about that penguin doll, please put down in the comments below. The sniper. Oh, I want this. That friend.
Right.
Oh, that was funny. I like the sniper so far.
I can tell who the fan favorite is there. Yeah. So we have our sniper who is wearing our light stealth armor. Here's another example of a full suit feature. If the wearer has all pieces equipped, so that's helmet, core, arms, and legs, due to its mass and the suit's material, their missions will run so low that they will be undetectable on radar. With it being light armor, it also has a great level of mobility and traversal speeds, meaning should the wearer be spotted, they can quickly escape or reposition with ease. And remember, with it being light armor, no flight restrictions. So with the best stealth and fantastic speed, it's a must for any players looking to assassinate, infiltrate, or in this case, be a sniper.
Yeah, that's
However,
me.
the protection provided is minimal. You don't want to be engaging in a full-on firefight in this suit. And just to reiterate, folks, as well, like great specialized armors like this one and all the ones that you've seen today, you're going to have to put the work in to have these at your disposal.
Okay, so far the sniper armor is really interesting and really intriguing to me personally. That is actually my choice of armor if I ever did like jump into this game, because if you guys saw like my gameplays in Call of Duties here and there, you would see my sniping skills, and I love sniping when it comes to those kind of games. And also I did it in Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. I don't know, just it looks like sniping runs in the family because my dad, he was a sniper in the South Korean Army Rangers. And well, I mean, he was Overwatch. He wasn't, you know, like go out there and take out this target, nothing like that. He was just Overwatch for like, you know, VIPs and, you know, areas that he needs to protect, things like that. So looks like sniping really does run in the family. But however, if I had to choose a second favorite, for me, it would be the tracker. So I really want to hear from you guys. Which armor would be your favorite, and if you want to rank them, go right ahead. But for me, number one would be the sniper, number two would be the tracker. I'm sure some of you guys would like the leader or the tank or the pilot or driver, but if that is your favorite, please put down in the comments below and also tell me why, because I really want to hear you guys' thoughts, because interacting and also you guys putting those kind of comments on there really helps me learn and helps me learn more about you as well. So that's what I really enjoy, like socializing and seeing where everyone stands on that. So anyways, let's jump into the last suit, and it's called That Friend. And let's see why that friend is really important. But just looking at the stats right now, he's got no fashion sense. He's not a team player. He's got a really short lifespan, probably from drinking and smoking. And he's got no strategy. His intelligence is meh, but Riz, he's got Riz.
And finally, surround our group, we have that one friend. We've all played MMOs,
I actually do have that one friend back home.
right? We all know that one friend.
Actually, here, let me explain a little bit if you guys are wondering what do you mean by that. So his fashion sense is not bad, but it's not like really great. Like he won't stand out, or I go, oh man, dude, look at that drip. No, nothing like that. His intelligence, I know that he didn't do really well in school, but he did pass, you know, like C averages and here and there. But however, when it comes to Riz, yeah, every time we go out during the night times, well, the moments I do go out with him, because I don't go out every night, but he goes out many times. He gets a lot of phone numbers and Instagrams from many women, so I say he really does have Riz. But so in my opinion, he actually matches all these stats. But actually, except for one, teamwork, because he always had my back and he's a team player. So if I had to change one, I would increase teamwork, because he is someone that I can trust having to watch my back. Lifespan, he does drink and smoke a lot, so that actually does match.
That friend's me. No. They ignore all the rules and the strategy. They can only play for 30 minutes a week. They might prefer a bit of glint on their sniper scopes. Who knows? Well, here at CIG, we also support that friend, so they're on the roster too. So we have our group. What do you guys think? We fun? All right. All right. So let's see what they face ahead and if they're up for the challenge. And to talk to you about that challenge, please welcome to the stage Senior System Designer, Zach Priest. You've been great. Thank you.
Oh, luckily this thing hasn't got two buttons. So.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
I'm Zach Priest. I do a variety of things at CIG, but thank you, the people at the front. I do a variety of things at CIG, but I'm mostly a designer who works with AI and guns. So most of you will be wondering, what could the next part of the presentation be about? Well, let's get stuck in. Star Citizen at its heart is about community. From our relationship with players to the big dynamic events that citizens work together to complete.
That looks like a really great crew, though.
Content and missions that allow players to work together to achieve a goal. But for our group specifically, you do have to wonder. Well, now our crew.
Oh, now I think about it, I kind of want also to be the leader as well, because for me, I really like making decisions and also trying to help plan out strategies. Because if you guys watch my Mass Effect gameplay videos, and also, what was that game? Crap. But if you guys watch my Mass Effect gameplay videos, I really like making those decisions. I know sometimes I went, oh no, but like thinking about it and thinking about the consequences and the path that we can go down, it always intrigues me. So I guess in a way, it's a good thing I did join the Marine Corps because there are a lot of decision makings and strategy makings here as well, because that is what the job entails. So, and I know there are some people out there who don't like making decisions and things like that, which is fine because everyone has their strengths and flaws. But for me personally, that's who I am. So the leader would actually be another class I would be personally interested in playing.
Crew is assembled, and in a universe as big as Star Citizen, who knows what trouble they could run into. So let's find out what they're going to face. Now, they're heading to the planet Monarchs, which is in the Pyro system. So without further ado, let's find out what they're up to.
Is that a sandworm? Yeah, it is. Whoa! Did you guys hear that crowd response? Here, let's go back a little bit. Dang. That worm. All right, let's take it down. Oh, actual gameplay. Nice. Oh. Bro, the fact that it can like spit rock projectiles is crazy. Is it down? Is it down? Oh no, it's trying to escape. Alright, where's it gonna come out? Dang, dude, that thing is just taking out everyone. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, you got this. Whoa, that was close. Man, this thing can really take a hit. Whoa, damn. Dude, at that point, you might as well just drop a nuke on it. Oh, it looks weak. Oh, they got it. Oh man, that's funny. He gave a thumbs up at the space cow. That creature, the Inside Star Citizen video, they talked about the creatures and they how most of it was about space cows. That was really funny, and that's why I was like laughing at this moment right here. All right, time to harvest. Yeah, look at those things. I did see that in the other video. What are those, pearls?
Oh, that was cathartic. Absolute cinema as far as I'm concerned. The teams at CIG have worked so incredibly hard to get to the point where what we just showed you was no tricks, no hacks, just gameplay of the Valakar.
The mighty Apex Valakar.
I love you too, Bronzy. I want to give a huge thank you to all the people who put in a lot of
use
work
ground vehicles
to get
to bait
to the
out
point
the
where
Valakar.
what we just showed you is gameplay. As you can imagine, all of that is work in progress. We have some good polishing to do on it, and we didn't want to hold it off. We just wanted to give you an honest view of where we are. That was from a build last week, so with that said, monster hunting is coming to Star Citizen. And the best part was starting off this epic series of fights with the infamous Valakar, who some of you may remember from 2016. This absolute monster of a creature is 300 meters long and sees your light fighters just as puny little ants. You're going to need to assemble your quickest and most nimble pilots to dodge the Valakar's ranged attacks, as well as your fastest drivers to bait out the Valakar from the surface, as it's the only way to bring this mighty creature out of the ground is by disturbing the surface with a ground vehicle. But how does the Valakar stack up to our crew? Well,
What?
unfortunately, the Valakar stats don't really fit on the screen.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, everybody was laughing. I understand. It has everything. It has really high protection, mobility, weight, lethality, harvestable value. Intimidation? Yeah, that's really intimidating. But I got to hear that laugh again. That was great.
But how does the Valakar stack up to our crew? Well, unfortunately, the Valakar stats don't really fit on the screen due to being so powerful. But for some context, it's around 150 times harder to kill than an Aegis Avenger Titan. But to be fair, it's most likely to kill you. So how does it do that? Well, the deadly Valakar has a variety of ways of killing possible threats.
Slam,
So
bite,
for a high-level overview of the fight,
after taking
it
damage.
regurgitates rock-hard sand that has been compressed inside the Valakar and uses it as a projectile to target foes. But if something's a bit too close for comfort in the sky, it uses its ginormous body to swipe ships out the way. Anything on the ground that it sees as a threat will have to contend with its bite or its deadly slam. So, little bit fun bit of information. As the Valakar becomes more injured, it will retreat back into the planet's surface, and you'll need to make sure that your ground vehicles
So
stay
that's why
alive
it kept on going
or
down.
have backups to bait out the creature again, as well as keeping it interested. So, the big question in a game like ours: how are we going to communicate the health of this creature? Well, things being physicalized is at the heart of Star Citizen. And we know how much of a large fight the Apex Valakar is, and we need to communicate that in a diegetic way. So you'll see here the Valakar's health from 100% to 1%. You'll see its skin getting more battered and bruised as the fight progresses, to give you an idea of where you are and how close you are. So the nice thing about this, it communicates the Valakar's health without needing any UI or health bars, and just purely keeps you immersed in the experience. So, number one question, why do you want to kill them?
Okay, so yeah, it is pearls. I mean, the reason why I said pearls because when I saw in The Mandalorian Season 2, when they killed the Crate Dragon, the Tusken Raiders pulled out this big pearl. So that's why the first thing that came to my mind was, is that a pearl too? And it would make sense because, you know, pearls are created from sand. So harvestables. Precious pearls mined from Valakar growths needs a mineable tool. Okay, makes sense. Valakar teeth. The biggest teeth of the Valakar can be harvested, needs a tractor beam to pull teeth out. Pearls and teeth are incredibly valuable for crafting powerful equipment. Okay, so these are crafting components. But to be honest, I thought maybe you can harvest the skin a little bit. Maybe because if it can take that many hits, you know, that many rounds and things like that and still stay standing, maybe it could be used as armor or something like that. But then again, that was just my guess. So it looks like there's only two things you can harvest from the Valakar. But still, I mean, that's if it can be used to craft powerful equipment, then I'm all for it too.
The Valakar? Well, because it's fun, but I know you sweaty gamers, so it's got loot, also known as harvestables. The Valakar has two very valuable harvestables. Firstly are its pearls. You'll need to mine growths on a variety of locations of Valakar to reveal these pearls. And once you've destroyed the growth skin, you'll see disgusting squidgy innards. But next is its big apex teeth. These are within its mouth, and you'll need a very strong tractor beam to be able to yank these things out. And these harvestables will not all come out at the same quality. So you'll be able to learn more about that and how harvestables are going to be used tomorrow in crafting your home.
Okay.
So a fun thing here is you'll see the character is standing within the Valakar's mouth as well. So when it dies, it keeps its collision, meaning that you can climb on it, land ships on it, and it's essentially your playground. But this really shows how big it is. But how big is it really? Well, fun bit of information.
Whoa!
When we first made the collision for this model, Star Engine actually gave us an error saying, like, no living thing needs to be this big. You've accidentally added an extra 0 onto the size. But to give you an idea of the sheer ridiculous scale of this monster, you'll see here an Idris. Anyone who's done Xenothreat knows how big the Idris is. You feel like an ant when you're in the Idris, and this makes the Idris.
Okay, to be clear, I think I do have a ship commercial that will talk about the Idris. So I don't know the Idris, size comparison yet, but that just the ship alone looks pretty big and looks like, wow, yeah, I mean, it looks pretty big.
Idris looks small. There's also an Aegis Avenger Titan here as well, but if you look even closer, there's actually a Copion in this image. I'll give you a second to try and spot it. There it is. So well done to anyone who spotted it. So it's big. So for some fun numbers, it's 250 Copions long, 47 Aegis Avenger Titans long, and for our American friends, that's about 3.5 football fields. But lucky for our Copion friends, the Valakar actually comes in different sizes. So you'll be familiar with the variants we've done before with our Quasi-Grazers and our Copions. Though, they're in different biomes and they have different aesthetics. But moving on, we want to also introduce different creature sizes. So these sizes will have unique behaviors, animation, audio, and harvestables associated to each size. So for our first size, we have the juvenile. These juveniles will respond to stimulus such as noisy footsteps and loud mining beams. This will cause them to burst out the ground and attack anyone who's disturbing them. And you'll find these in caves near valuable harvestables and minerals. So for our next size, adults. The adult Valakars know not to pick fights and tend to remain to themselves. However, if you exterminate too many juvenile Valakars, this will cause adults to show up, which are 3 times larger and a lot more angry. Creature sizes are great because they allow us to create varied experiences as well as show you how creatures grow and evolve in the environments they live in and grow up in.
And how they react
Beyond that, we have our Apex, which has the most valuable harvestables and the most deadly attacks. It's also the biggest living thing in the verse so far.
So far.
In summary, monster hunting is coming. This is the first in a large series of Apex creatures that you need to gather your crew together to take down this mighty beast. You need a diverse lineup of ships, ground vehicles, loadouts, and skill sets to take out the Apex Valakar. Everyone at CIG is incredibly excited to get the Valakar into your hands, and we hope it shows that we're not only doubling down on creatures, we're also committed to bringing you gameplay experiences that only a game of our scale can provide. But that's all for the Valakar, for this Valakar. Let's take a look at some other fauna. Now, the Valakar is very exciting, but I also want to share with you the bigger picture for creatures. So let's start with some Valakar variants. Variants so far have typically just had alterations to their loot and appearance. However, we want to go further with what variants can be. For example, what if the Valakar evolved and grew in a swamp environment instead of a desert planet? Or if a Valakar never made it to the surface and only lived in drowned caves? These are the kind of questions that make sci-fi one of the best mediums. And I can hear the questions already. What does an adult cave Valakar look like? What does an apex Quasi-Grazer look like? Well, it's these questions that get everyone excited that works on creatures to give you a glimpse into the big picture. All of these variances and differences and new creatures
they
make
all
up
look
what we
really
call
terrifying,
our fauna
by the way.
matrix. The fauna matrix is basically our creature encyclopedia. So these concepts should show you that we want to get more weird and wonderful with our creatures. We've started off with more traditional animal references like dogs and birds and cows, but now we're in a position to create the things that we love about sci-fi, which is the weird and the unknown. So looking at where we're going, all of our creatures have been defined for the road to 1.0. We've ensured we've got a rich, diverse, distinct roster of creatures to make each of our planets feel special. As well, as concealing the unique elements of various planets, ensuring that they're populated with appropriate creatures. We've been designing creatures in mind so that planets' ecosystems influence their behaviors, designs, aesthetics, and harvestables. With that being said, I would like to give you a sneak peek at our fauna matrix. That's all from me. I'm very happy to be bringing the Valakar to all of our backers. It's really like nothing else you've played before. I'll leave you with this last video. Enjoy the rest of CitizenCon, everybody.
Okay, nice. That's cool. Man, there's so many diverse and various creatures. Oh, that's it. Alright guys, so that was CitizenCon 2954 Dress to Kill. And so far, I really like this. Some of the clips I have seen already in another video, like I said, is called Star Citizen Still Real. I forgot what it was called. Still Real and things like that. But that video pretty much broke down everything that happened in CitizenCon and just gave the main points. But either way, to see so many new changes and additions to this game is amazing. So it started off with there's several classes: the leader, the tanker, the pilot, driver, sniper, and all that. So it's really cool to see. And then what I did not know is that monster hunting is actually new. The first time I ever saw that, I thought it's been around for a while, but it looks like it's a very new addition. So that's really cool to see. And I guess it's one of those like events where you really have to work with your team, so that way you guys can get the most valuable resources to craft the most powerful equipment. So that's really cool to see, and to see the improvements and additions to this game, really great. And besides that, that's all I got for today, guys. So thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you know when I drop another video. And also shout out to all my members, viewers, subscribers. You guys are amazing. You guys are the reason why this channel keeps on going, so I do appreciate it. And thank you so much for your support. So without anything else, I'll see you guys next time.